Hello everybody and welcome to a new game called Process of Elimination. And it's a game I found online. Or well, just yeah, there we go. Well, just searching around on the PlayStation Store and I found this. It looks very like this other game I watched of Danganronpa. It looks like it, but I don't know. Let me just tell you right now. This menu music, it's popping. So like, editor, let's put some funny memes or funny videos of how I would be dancing right now to this. This is great. Well yeah, let's just to it. Oh, okay. Yeah, so this is like a visual novel, and like I think I saw one trailer of this, and there's voiceovering. So maybe I might not read most of these, but I don't know. Well, let's see. It's a rainy day in June, with clouds covering the entire nation. The live broadcast of a new gaming release is suddenly disrupted. That is loud. Let me turn it down a little.
番組の途中ですが、簡単なアンケートを行います。左の新卒くんと右の引きこもりくん、あなたはどちらが嫌いですか?
Yeah, see, there is voiceover. And also, no, they didn't give me the option for dub or sub, so we're just gonna go with sub. So I could be the grad, the shut-in. Let's go shut-in.
ご回答ありがとうございます。嫌われ者の哀れな引きこもりくんには、今すぐ直ちに即刻消えてもらいましょう。八つ咲き人形の刑、執行です。
Oh, I had to pick one of those? Oh, I thought it was me.
Hello, 消費者の翔くん。あれ、非消費者の皆様。ボタン一つで嫌いなやつの体が八つ咲きになった気分はどうかな。すっきりしただろう。すがすがしい心地だよね。自分の価値観に合わないやつは排除するのが一番さ。多数決ってシステムは本当に素晴らしいよね。一部の反対意見を踏み潰すのにこれほど優れたシステムはないもの。ぐちゃぐちゃに踏みにじって少数派の体液で湿った道を踏み固めれば、きっと少数派のことなんてありんこ程度にも思ってない多数派の偉い人が作ったんだろうね。なんてね、ジョークだよ。It's a joke! 独善的な主張を展開して SNS で炎上するなんて怖いものね。おっと、いけないいけない。自己紹介がまだだったよ。ごめんごめん。私、いや、我が輩だったかな。僕でもいいんだが、まあ我が輩でいこう。我が輩の名前は八つ咲子。君たちの世界を面白くするエンターテイナーだ。今この時より、私はこの国の皆さんへ脳髄直撃のエンターテイメントを提供していくので、ぜひ腹がはち切れるまで楽しんでもらいたい。我が輩のエンタメに意義があるなら、我が輩の正体を特定してみればいいさ。多様性があってこそのエンタメだからね。悲劇的で野生的な殺戮のエンタメと、喜劇的で文化的な正義のエンタメで競い合う。おお、今の視聴者数はおよそ5000人か。では、今宵の最後のエンタメとして、我が輩から君たちに一つ問いかけよう。
What am I doing?
この着ぐるみの中の男は中学時代、クラスのリーダーに君臨し、いじめを率いてきた。一方で教師にはおべっかを誓い、大いに好かれ、エリート街道を邁進。過去の罪も償わぬまま、 父のコネも利用して大手の銀行への就職を成功させたんだ。君たちの第一印象が生存へと導いたのはこういう人物なんだ。
I saved him? I didn't even know I was picking either one. I thought it was talking about me.
今一度質問だ。君たちは彼が好きかい？過半数以上の視聴者が彼を好きだというのなら解放しようじゃない。
Nah, just kidding.
好きだと言ってくれた人は500人にも満たなかったね。
Okay.
悲しいよ。
Hello,
なん
dog.
て残酷な悲劇だろう。しかし
The quartering Duke snaps his fingers.
だからこそ最高のエンターテインメント。残念だけどそろそろお別れの時間だ。俺は我が輩だ。ごめん。さあここからは君たちも楽しんでくれ。
Let's go, William. The video cuts off at 4 minutes 52 seconds. As a hacked broadcast, those who ran the website were powerless to stop it. The video, just shy of 5 minutes, is shared across the net, mostly among the youth. But things don't end with that. Not just the broadcast victims, but others killed in the same manner are soon discovered. Hey, kinda Danganronpa-esque, but I don't know. The common thread, at least 2 victims are always found at once, with their lock screens set to the symbol of the quartering Duke. The police pour all of their resources into investigating the case, but turn up nothing. Pair by pair, more and more bodies surface, until half a year later, over 100 have been killed since the first broadcast. The sheer number of victims and brutality of the murderers filling society into chaos.
何が八つ咲こうだ。エンターテイナーだ。あんなのただの
I'm
殺
telling
人
you,
症
man,
じゃない
this
か。
really is. Look, if you play Danganronpa, there's no Hoge right there on top of his head. Probably the main character, especially since he's on the cover screen of the game. I mean, the game's looking decent right now. I grip my phone tight as I read articles about the murders, speaking aloud despite myself. I've seen the effects of this Duke all around me. People are terrified to go outside, and stores have even shortened their hours. What's worse, he's gained some traction among young copycats taken by his charisma. With the police overwhelmed, small private agencies like mine are in huge demand. Apparently even the FBI is getting involved. Past events have already stoked the need for this line of work, but the Duke has only made things worse. The media jeers at the detective craze.
探偵が食いっぱぐれるくらい平和な社会がちょうどいいって訓城寺先生が言っていたけれど、その通りなのかもな。
Hey, what did I do? Ooh. As I lay in wait for my mark, I recall my mentor's words and sigh to myself. I work for the Gunjoji Detective Agency. It's probably one of the punier agencies around, though nowadays we're buzzing with activity. I'm a student working part-time, but they plan to recruit me once I graduated. The situation must be getting pretty serious nationwide.
理想の社会に探偵は不要か。
Of course I'll make it quick save. Wonder why they're making me save. The thought alone makes me a bit miserable. Is this a reality based by all aspiring detectives? Okay, that's enough of that. My worries run wild when I am on my own. It's a bad habit that I've begun to focus on more. There he is. My mark is on the move. Who is? After a moment's pause, the man clad in the trench coat starts off down the road again. Make sure I'm out of earshot before calling in my report, just as my mentor had instructed.
もしもし、こちらはと。対象が動き出しました。訓城寺先生の推理通り、例の路地を進んでいきます。罠を警戒しながら追跡を続けます。
Quieting my steps, I follow the man cautiously, He's our top suspect in the serial pet killer case. And according to Mr. Gunjoji, he may be armed. Whatever I do, I absolutely cannot allow my presence to be detected.
私に何か用かな
What the what? You just... Okay. Suddenly the man is right in front of me, and I reflexively take a step back. Did he notice me following him? Despite the cover of darkness and my voice being out of earshot?
用なんて何もありませんよ。塾に遅刻しそうなので失礼しますね。
Nighttime, why are you talking about school? As I try to move past him, the man blocks my path.
私と足並みを揃えて立ち止まっていたら遅刻もするだろう、表情に出過ぎだな。減点1。別にそれほど驚くことじゃない。こんな何もない場所で立ち止まるのは誰かを追跡しているものか、後ろの足音の正体を探るためにわざと足を止めるものだけだろう。
So the very act of pausing here was a trap. Ugh, how could I make such a rookie mistake? It didn't even register with me. I have no one to blame but myself.
記憶にない顔だが何者だ。足音を消しきれない半端な追跡からして、まさか警察や探偵ではないだろうが。
He doesn't know I'm a detective, I think.
探偵ではないだろう。
Blood rushes to my face. I poured everything into becoming a detective. Hey, I'm a detective. His words sting worse than a slap to the face. There's no way I can just let that slide.
バカにするな。僕は群青寺探偵事務所の助手、北条ワトだ。
Aren't you not supposed to say you're a detective?
あんたがこの近辺を調べ回っていることも、ナイフを所持していることも確認済みだよ。あんたには動物虐待の容疑もかかっている。おとなしく警察まで同行してもらおうか。
I'd hoped the edge of my voice would intimidate him, but the man only lets out an exasperated sigh.
本当に名乗るなど減点3だな。
So my guy's a noob.
ドラマの世界ではないんだぞ。現実の探偵は身の上を一くするものだ。さてはお前さん、探偵ドラマ好きだな。
As much as I hate it, he's read me like a completely open book. The moment a detective reveals himself always seems so cool on television. But he's right. Showing your identity in this line of work is far too dangerous. Something to keep in mind next time.
それで、その探偵助手君がたった一人で、この私を連行できるつもりか？今日
Oops, I missed. The man slices his hand into his pocket and readies his stance. He's clearly holding a weapon. This isn't the first time I've gone up against someone armed with a knife, but I still feel my hair standing on the end. My heart slams frantically against my ribcage as I freeze up, willing my trembling legs to remain steady.
僕だって自分が未熟なことは分かってるさ。だからもう助けは呼んである。あとは先生が来るまで時間を稼ぐだけだ。
稼げると思うのか？お前のような探偵気取りの小僧に。
稼ぐさ。稼がなきゃダメなんだよ。あんたが傷つけたペットのうちの一人は僕のクラスメートの家族だった。彼女はあんたがうろつき回る影響で今も怯え続けてる。僕には探偵としてあんたを止める義務があるんだ。彼女の日常を守るために引くわけにはいかない。
I tear off my jacket and wrap it around my left wrist to form a makeshift glove, a guard against his knife. In my dominant hand, I grip a pair of handcuffs like brass knuckles. Armed as best I can, I face off with the man. The man just watches me, showing no signs of movement. Good. He's probably never seen anyone use handcuffs for self-defense before. It's only natural he'd be wary.
群青寺先生から学んだこの護身術の長所は初見ではまず見切れないことだ。僕の目的は少しでも長く時間を稼ぐこと。この硬直状態のまま時間を稼ぐ、それがベスト。
戦流逮捕術か。珍しい格闘術を身につけているな、坊主。
He knows everything, huh? I'm struck speechless. What are the odds he'd know this tactic? I fumble for an answer, but my mind goes blank.
敵前で固まるな。減点5。いくら珍しい格闘術といえど、この世界に長らく身を置く者には通じないと思った方がいい。
Oh, thank you.
だがまあ、並の犯罪者相手なら通用したことは事実。自分の無力さを理解した上で最善の対策を講じたことは認めよう。その探偵としての光る資質。10点をやるぞ、少年。
Was this a
リーダーが
test?
お前さんを押すのもうなずけ
I
る
thought I
な。
was actually playing detective. The man suddenly backs down and speaks with a smile. Wait, what? Is this another trap? Glancing my way, he continues. Oh, what did I don't know what I just did.
勘違いさせてすまないな。私は動物虐待の犯人ではない。本当の犯人は被害者の隣の家の息子で、すでに私の手で警察へ突き出したよ。浪人のストレスから逃れるように八つ咲き港に浸水して犯行に及んだらしい。人間を八つ咲きにする勇気がないからと動物に手をかけるとは呆れたものだ。
あなたは一体。
Upon hearing my question, the man pulls what looks to be a tablet out of his pocket. It's the monocular file! No. The screen shows a familiar symbol and the words Detective Alliance.
探偵同盟。
I can't help but yell out the name. The Detective Alliance? The very organization I revere more than anything else?
そう。私は国内で唯一の国家公認の探偵組織、探偵同盟の一員だ。お前さんも探偵を志す身なら聞き覚えがあるだろう。
もちろん。実績のある100人の探偵で構成され、捜査依頼を受けた事件の内容に応じて最も適切な探偵を派遣する謎の組織。その事件解決率は 100%。 メンバーは自らの特徴に準じた探偵ネームを名乗って素性を隠していて。
謎の組織のことにやたらと詳しいじゃないか、探偵オタク。
As I calm down, my face begins to burn bright red. I had let my excitement carry me away on a totally nerdy rant. Still, the Detective Alliance has been the dream I've aspired to ever since I learned about it from Mr. Gunjoji.
あなたが持っているそれって
D-pad?
探偵デバイス。探偵同盟の証ですよね。あなたも探偵なんですか？
よく知っているな。その通りだよ。私は老子探偵。探偵同盟のフル株で、今はスカウトや補助を主に担当している。まあ推理力はまだまだ若い探偵には負けんがな。今回の動物殺傷事件などは少々骨がなさすぎたくらいだよ。
As prideful as he sounds, I can tell by expression that he's speaking purely from well-earned experience. He has an air about him that's unlike anyone I've ever met, the kind that only come from a member of a Detective Alliance. As secretive as it is, the Detective Alliance has grown more famous by the day thanks to the recent detective craze. Ooh. Even now the news is full of stories about cases cracked by Detective Alliance members. Then there's all the terrorist plots in the wake of the Quartering Duke incidents that they've thwarted with almost zero leads. The whole reason I joined a detective agency was to carve a path to earning a spot alongside the detectives one day. I'm assuming all of these are the detectives. looked up to by detectives far and wide. The Detective Agent Alliance is the absolute paragon for those pursuing justice.
無礼な発言ばかりして本当にすみません、老子探偵さん。僕、勝手な勘違いばかりして犯人呼ばわりまでしてしまって。
よしてくれ。誤解を招いたのはこちらだ。それからさん付けも結構だぞ。我らの業界では探偵は継承に等しいのでな。
Though Senior Detective amicably shrugs off my apology, his unshakable calm only makes me warier of where this is going. Then, as if noticing how on edge I look, he continues to speak.
単刀直入に目的を言うと、私はお前をスカウトへ来たんだ。
God dang, what is that?
お前には我々の本拠地で開催予定の八崎港事件への対策会議に出席してもらいたい。
Ooh, they want me.
はい。
I respond lamely, unable to fully grasp what he's saying.
もう一度言うぞ。探偵同盟の一員として八崎港事件の捜査に協力してほしいと言っているんだ。
The sound that makes is so shrill and alien. I scare even myself. I push my cheek to make sure this isn't just some dream. Ow! Nope, not a dream. Maybe this is Mr. Gunjoji's idea of a prank? No sight of him anywhere, so probably not. What you mean is...
冗談じゃないんですか。
すべて真実だ。悪化する一方の八崎港事件を止めるよう国から直々にお達しを受けたんだよ。同盟でもえりすぐりの探偵たちが一堂に会し、本部で八崎港の正体を推理することとなる。今世紀最悪の殺人鬼といえど一巻の終わりだろう。
My mind goes blank again. But if this is real, then my dream is coming true far sooner than I ever imagined. There was so much I could learn, so many accomplished detectives I could meet. Ideal detectives like the one I aspired to be, the kind who could have prevented the tragedy that unfolded before my eyes 10 years ago.
聞きたいことは山積みだろうが、まずはお前さん自身の意思を聞きたい。お前さんは探偵として八崎港対策会議に出席するか、イエスかノーで答えてくれ。
僕は
Not gonna let me pick? How can I hesitate? I state my intentions loud and clear. Oh, you're not gonna give me a no. But that could have been like an alternate ending. That would have been funny. The moment I try to answer, Senior Detective's arm hooks around my neck and begins to squeeze like a vice. So tight I can't breathe. I frail and kick frantically, but all I hit is the air and the ground below my feet. I feel a prick as the slender needle pierces the skin of my neck. Are we getting kidnapped? Is the government kidnapping me? What feels like liquid ice begins to pump through my veins. My skin turns pale. My limbs go numb against the man restraining me. And then, as if the stars have been swept from the night sky, I vanish. Everything goes black. We got sent to the shadow realm.
尋ねておいて悪いが、拒否権はない。
I don't know.
お前さんには参加する義務があるんだよ。
Detective Elimination
探偵
Project?
撲滅プロジェクトにな。
Okay. Ooh. Okay. Okay. I haven't felt this way in a long time. My conscience drags sluggishly, as if I'm trapped in thick mud, helplessly sinking deeper and deeper. As much as I try to shut it out, that traumatic nightmare pulls me in once again. What the hell? Where the freak am I? It doesn't sound like me. In my mind, I'm running down a dark, frigid corridor, holding on tight to the hand of a girl my age.
私、もう走れない。あなただけでも逃げて。
何を言ってるの、サイカちゃん。 二人で逃げるって約束したでしょ。
でも足が。
The girl is beautiful with bewitching black hair, pure white skin, and light purple eyes reminiscent of hydrangeas. Don't correct me, please.
Hydrangeas.
I remember nothing else about her, but I'm sure that at the time, she was very precious to me. And then, right before my eyes, a blade swings down and slashes her, covering in a burst of red. Okay.
サイカちゃん。どうして。
I clutch onto her before she can collapse and face the criminal that did this to her. What the hell is that? The massive, unmistakably inhuman silhouette emerges a strange mechanical whir. Its murderous intent is nearly enough to pierce through the flesh as it focuses on me. I prepare to die as no more than a child. But at that moment, oops, the girl in my arms strains to get the words out of her voice, begins to fail. I might escape if I leave her now and run. Maybe I can still save her. There's no way I can just abandon her.
あなたは生き。
I mean, she's already gonna die, so like you can just like run. I don't think you running with her, she's gonna survive. You know, she kind of got slashed with a
みん
sword.
なを助ける。ヒーロー
So you're predicting the future now. That's all I can remember. My memory cuts out completely, as if the next page has been torn out. However, since I'm alive, it's obvious what came after. I traded Saika's life to save my own. This was the mass kidnapping and confinement incident I was in a decade ago? The reason I became a detective? What? Okay. A shadowy organization took 16 children and locked them in an underground prison for a month, never to be caught. Am I supposed to just live with the sacrifices that came out of that? Like Saika? I was too incompetent to save even one girl, but I refused to leave it there. My heart and soul demand I see it through. I will become the great detective, a hero, and one day I'll reveal the truth behind what happened 10 years ago. Okay. Oh. Day 1? Okay. I finally come to. My eyelids are so heavy, just opening them is an undertaking. That was one long dream. It was one I've had countless times before. Of that fateful day, I swore I'd become a detective. Bro, it's early in the morning. What time is it? Dude, it's 8:04, 9:04. Okay? While recording this. I'm tired. That incident remains unsolved to this day. What really happened all those years ago? As a survivor, the vague testimony I provided didn't help much. The case has gone cold for 10 years now. I've got to find the truth. To track down the villain who killed Saika, the girl I owed my life to. That's why I entered this line of work. But that aside, my whole body is aching right now. My mattress feels like a rock and smells like rust? I managed to pry my eyes open. Everything's pitch black. What's more, I can't even move. My limbs are restrained like I've been wrapped in some kind of sleeping bag. Don't tell me I'm trapped in here.
なんだよ、この状況。
Mustering all my strength, I tried to worm my way out. Suddenly my vision is flooded by a bright light. Ooh, I got flashbanged! Whatever restrained me slackens as my own momentum forces me upright. The sight I met with is freedom! Eren Yeager! Force, huh?
それに、この音って、波の音？
Ocean? What? We're in the ocean? We're in the wood? Lush woodland lies before my eyes. Beneath, hiccup. Beneath me is an old rusty locket. Guess that's what I've been stuffing just a second ago.
全身が痛い。どれだけ長く閉じ込められていたんだよ。
Who would do this to me and why? When did I even get here? What the heck is going on? My head swells in confusion as I try to recall what happened last.
そうだ。僕は老子探偵とかいう人に会って、それから。
The haziness clears as I begin to remember. I was suddenly attacked by Senior Detective and eventually lost consciousness. He claimed to be part of the Detective Alliance, but maybe that was just a bluff?
待てよ。あの人が嘘をついていたなら、例のペット殺しの犯人は野放しってことか。早く元。
Oops. God dang it, I keep freaking clicking. Ugh. I reached to grab my smartphone, but after a frantic search, I realized that my front pockets had been emptied. This is... As I continue searching my person, I notice an unfamiliar weight in my back pocket. The Monokuma. That's weird. I don't normally keep stuff back there. Suspicious. I carefully plucked a foreign object from my pocket. Hey, I told you! It's a tablet device. It's an oversized smartphone, more or less. The moment I see it through, though, a chill runs down my spine.
これって、まさか。
I lift it up, touching the buttons out of habit. Then a notification appears. Authentication successful.
おはよう、北条ワト君。探偵デバイスを起動させたようだな。薬の効果とはいえ、まさか数日も眠り続けるとは減点1だぞ。
As the tablet comes to life, a familiar voice emanates from its speaker.
お前さんをこの場に連れてきた張本人、老子探偵だ。3日前にもあったな。もっとも、お前さんは眠り続けていたから、つい先ほどの出来事に思うだろうがな。
僕は3日も眠ってたのか。
So Senior Detective's the one reaching out to me. I didn't recognize his voice from before. Still, his tone is pretty nonchalant for a kidnapper. I can't help but feel irritated.
きっと私に騙されたと思っているだろうが、お前さんが探偵同盟の一員となったことは真実だよ。嘘だと思うのなら、その探偵同盟の一員である証、探偵デバイスで登録情報を調べてみるといい。探偵同盟の正式なメンバーとして、お前さんの情報が登録されているはずだ。
I opened the tablet and looked at the roster he mentioned. There I find my profile, beginning with a full legal name.
探偵序列100位、北条ワト。
Detective rank, huh?
僕の名前だ。それに群青寺
Number
先生しか知
100.
ら
Am I
ない
the
はず
worst?
の僕の特技や経歴まで登録されている。
Ouch. My special skill is housework. I'm no great detective, sure, but that's a low blow. I wonder what else is on here. Oops. Oh! I found the button to quick save. Okay. Dang, I'm a housework.
他の探偵たちの序列と探偵ネームも載ってる。
Aliases, huh? New
それに
keywords.
直近の凶悪事件の情報や捜査状況まで。
From the latest incidents all the way back to before I was born, it's a robust selection of key documents about cases infamous to the public. Far too much for one person to read, frankly. Even at a glance, most of the content seems to be highly technical in nature. This is way too much of for a prank, meaning the DA really did recruit me? Can I trust what Senior Detective says? I don't know.
僕は本当に探偵同盟の一員になったんですね。信じていいんですか、老子探偵さん。
なお、今流れているのは録音音声だ。緊急事態が起こったので、お前さんを森の中へ隠し、私は離れることとする。
Can we believe him? I don't know. So that's how it is. I assume this was a phone call, but I guess that's not the case. The device settings must have been configured to play the this voice message as soon as I finished authenticating.
準備ができ次第、デバイスのマップ機能を使って森を抜け、山の頂上の洋館へと向かうんだ。洋館で待っていれば彼らと合流できるはず。私も必ず後で
I'm
向
gonna
か
have
う
to
から
pick favorites,
待
huh?
っていてほしい。
Just in case if they're gonna die.
それから、
I don't know.
途中で見かける建物には絶対に入るな。
This game is interesting for a start. But I'm gonna pick favorite characters. You guys do it too. And let's see if they die. If not, then okay, there's no killing of these
入れば
characters.
減点などでは済まない。自分の身を守るためだと思って私の指示に従ってくれ。
I'm kinda digging the game. Senior detective speaks without a pause. The moment he's finished, the sound cuts out abruptly. I stand there in a daze, holding the tablet, my new D-pad, in one hand. I lift my head and peer through the tree line, making out the shape of a mountain with an imposing manor resting on its summit. Is that the building Senior Detective is referring to? While I don't fully trust him, my options are limited. Press for choice, I open the map application on my tablet. Morgue? Various graphics appear on screen displaying the surrounding area. All that blue surrounding, everything must be the ocean, which means I've been taken to a remote island.
モルグというのはこの島の名前か？
No,
聞い
morgue.
たこともないけど、
Something tells me
海外まで連れてこられたとかじゃないよな。
I feel like we're on an island full of dead bodies. Either way, getting all gloomy won't stop things. I use my fingers to zoom in on the map, hoping to find more info to go off of. Forming gas, lab, I assume that red dot's me. Screen demonstrates my current location, and a few details about the vicinity. Just as the detective said, there seems to be some sort of manor atop the peak. That's another structure near the tree line. Without any clues to guide me, I decide to follow Senior Detective's instructions for now.
探偵ネームって自分でデバイスに登録するのか？
Talons?
どうしよう。僕には特技なんてないし、かといって適当に決めたら後悔必至だ。
He turns to a race car.
ダメだ。決められない。
I mean, the scenery looks nice. The tablet hums quietly as I trek on. Before long, I see a parting in the trees. A massive heliport stretches before me. To its right sits a relatively small 3-story building. Though it blocks my line of sight, I assume that the manor is just up ahead on the top of the hill. This structure here must be the one Senior Detective warned me against entering. It's not like I really trust the guy, so I'm admittedly a bit curious to sneak a peek inside. But as soon as the thought crosses my mind, a sudden sense of unease washes over me. Oop. That's creepy. On my tablet's map, I see numerous circular icons displaying within the building's walls. And not just a handful either. Dozens of icons crowd around like ants swarming over food. Judging by my own marker on the map, I think these icons are all people? But then if that's the case, what does that mean? My apprehension refuses to die down. I get the sense that going in there will only end in regret, just as Senior Detective had warned. I need to decide my next step carefully. I will... Oh! I kind of want to get in. Yeah, you know what? Screw you, Detective. I want to go in. No doubt about it. I've got to check this building out first. It'd be risky to just blindly trust Senior Detective after all. These circular icons are obviously people, which would indicate others are already in there. It makes a lot more sense to meet with them here instead of wandering around on my own.
養子探偵は僕を他の誰かと交流させない気なんだ。きっとそうに決まってる。
Don't jump scare me. Speak aloud, desperately trying to calm my frantic heartbeat. With great trepidation, I slowly approach the entrance. Dude, this is... I don't know what to say. A dark shadow is faintly visible from the glass door of the building. Just as I had suspected, there are other people here. Without a moment of hesitation, I pushed the glass door open and rushed
すみま
inside.
せん。僕、探偵同盟の新人なんですけど。
My voice hitches and my eyes widen like saucers as a train of thought comes to a grinding halt. All from the shock of seeing the horrific scene that lay before me. No, I didn't think of that. Considering how the dots were gray. A large mound rests in the open space beyond the entryway, a half-rotted pile, blackened and dead, reeking of rotten cheese and fatigued garbage. Convincing myself that it's fake, I draw closer and lock eyes with one. Its cloudy gaze a stark reminder of our shared immortality. Heartbreaking clear as this corpse once belonged to a living being. My stomach lurches, its content spilling from my mouth. Please. I can't take it. Sinking to my knees, I suck in heavy breaths as my heart hammers so hard it threatens to burst. Senior detective must have known. Regret fills me for not heeding his warning. I want to run, to break away and leave this place forever. I desperately focus all my energy into every lungeful of air I take. My pulse won't slow down. In fact, it keeps growing. Faster. My chest burns like it's on fire. No matter how hard I try to inhale, my chest only aches more and more. Until finally, I can no longer breathe.
なんなんだよ。
Am I gonna die? My instincts tell me I've got to get outside. My limbs are numb from the lack of oxygen, heavy and useless, as if I'm deep underwater. I crawl, inching along like a caterpillar, but the exit is too far away. A feeling of doom overwhelms me as my strength ebbs away. I can't breathe. I need air. I can't take any more of this. Please, help me. Desperate, I try to scream, but can't muster a sound. The pain is agonizing as thoughts leave my head. Despite knowing no one will save me, my mind still cries out. Help. Someone please help. I can't breathe. It hurts. I need to get out. I don't want to die. Help. Somebody please help me. Help me. Help. Am I gonna actually die? Loading snaps. My vision fails, but at least the pain in my chest is finally gone. I died?! What? At the start, I see the heliport standing before me once more. Can I not die? Do I just go back? Is that my power? I take deep breaths, trying to calm myself. The air tastes good somehow. Not sure why, but I feel like I just woke up from a nightmare.
そうだ。
No, I think I have a power. This can't be just the game's way of
ビ
go
ルに向
back.
かうかで迷っていた
I
んだ。
think that's my power. I want to say that's my power. Is it the same? I don't remember. I can't go again. Alright, let's go. No, I'm still saying that's my power. I decided to do what senior detective suggested and make my way toward the manor at the peak of the mountain. My mentor always chided me for being so rash. Maybe I wouldn't have been abducted if I had just waited for him like I was supposed to. What's more, I get this deep feeling of dread whenever I look at that building to the right of the heliport. I wonder why. I should follow the senior detective's advice, especially considering that he must have a way better grasp of the situation than me.
本当に何なんだよ、この島は。
I make my way up the mountain. My God, quietly grumbling to myself when suddenly, the hell was that? A chill runs down my spine. I quickly turn to look behind me. And if those are jump scares, they're not scary, man. I wish they were scary. I wish it was scary. But the only thing in sight is that building. I get the strange feeling that going there would have had irrevocable consequences for me. Yeah, it would. My uneasiness lingers, but I turn my back and keep going in spite of it. Ooh, this is pretty. I continue up the twisting mountain path for about 15 minutes until at last I arrive at the manor door. It was a gentle incline, but I'm still spent. I wearily take a seat, resting my back against the outside wall of the manor. It's the exact kind of setting you'd expect in a mystery novel. The manor's exterior speaks to its age and smells faintly of lumber. Mystery novel? I think that's what we're playing right now. During my approach, I could only gasp at the structure's imposing beauty. Upon closer inspection, I noticed its windows are constructed from an unnatural thick glass, impossible to break or peek through. I stand up and circle the perimeter. There don't appear to be any points of entry aside from the front door. If anything, it seems like it was built to house prisoners, not residents. This definitely isn't your average manor. What on earth could be awaiting within? I slow down and catch my breath. We're gonna meet everybody there, I bet. My hand is damp with sweat as I turn the knob of the manor's only entrance. A loud clank rings out as it swings open with ease. Woo! The interior seems normal enough.
警戒しすぎか。
I ask weakly as I take a step inside. As soon as I let go of the knob, the door closes on its own. Not one moment later, sharp pain suddenly erupts in my head, causing me to stagger involuntarily. The shadow of my feet expands rapidly. My spine tingles as I feel something rush quickly towards me. Without even a moment of hesitation, I kick out and leap to the side. However, what the hell was that? I saw that little frame, it looked funny. Something slams hard against the back of my skull. The impact sends me flying. My vision swims, my mind already fading. I find myself unable to stand. Then the world fades to white. I'm dead again. I can't read Morse code. Editor, if this is Morse code, you can like translate for me, please. If it's Morse code, I don't know if it is.
おいおい、こいつ全然起きねえぞ。一発蹴りでもかますか？
We are meeting the other ones. Okay.
ヤマトさん、乱暴はやめようよ。
I hear voices nearby.
飛脚パイセンに賛成。暴力とかマジないっしょ。水ぶっかけるくらいでよくね？
渋谷さんも大概過激だな。ここは冷静にね。
もしや心肺が止まっているのではないか。我が速やかに心臓マッサージを。
その必要はありません。どうやら目を覚ましたようですよ。
Ooh. Over my eyes, my vision is blurred. The dizzying pain in my head is unbearable. There is constant ringing in my ears, and my body won't move an inch. A wave of nausea comes over me, but I manage to stop myself from groaning.
僕は痛い。
I vaguely recall being hit by something the moment I stepped into the manor. At last, my vision finally clears up.
あなたたちは。
Ooh. When my eyes refocus, I met with several unfamiliar faces and a sturdy rope binding me. I'm tied up, surrounded by a group of strangers with what in the world is going on? They just rope me.
おい、てめえ侵入者こら！
A girl in a sports jacket grabs me by the throat, glowering menacingly. She looks to be in her early teens, but her strength is incredible. I can't get a peep out while trapped in her iron grip.
本部で待ち伏せたいい度胸してんじゃねえか。どこの組織の回し者だてめえ。ああ？大和探偵さん、落ち着いて。落ち着いてられるかよ。こいつは俺たちの仲間をぶち殺した犯人かもしれねえんだぞ。なのに黙りこくりやがってよ。
Rowdy detective?
許せねえ
Their
ぜ。
name is Rowdy. So we're not gonna use names, huh?
だ
Oh,
け
that
ど
makes sense, huh?
首を締め上げたままでは何も話せませんよ。
Okay.
え？おお、科学探偵の言う通りだな。悪かったよ、侵入者。
Yeah, that's right, let me go.
本当にすまねえ。
The girl in the sports jacket lets me go. Then immediately falls to her knees, touching her head on the floor as he apologizes.
顔を上げてください。気にしてませんから。よくわかりませんけど、僕は怪しまれるのに十分な理由があったんですよね。
その通りだが、このままじゃ筋が通らねえ。けじめだ。手痛いのを一発、俺に見舞ってくれ。
そんなことしませんよ。というか縛られてるのでできません。顔を上げてください。実は僕も状況が全然わからなくて混乱してるんです。皆さんは何なんですか？
Oops. As I ask the so-called rowdy detective my questions, the boy in the wheelchair approaches us.
自らの意思でこの島を訪れたわけではないのですね。それに詳しいことは何もわからないと。
ドラゴンが喋るなんてとっても素敵なことね。もうこの感動を誰に伝えたらいいの？
ええ、老子探偵という人に連れてこられたらしいんですが、詳しいことは何も。
老子探偵があなたを？
The boy called Techie detective cups his chin in thought.
先ほど眼球運動を確認した限り気絶していたのは間違いない。自作自演で気絶していた可能性もあるけど、一度事実として考えた方が良さそうだ。連れてくるなんて何か違和感がある。このお兄さんは僕らとは立ち位置が違うのか？安崎浩二。
おい、科学探偵ってばよ。
This is also a problem with voiced over visual novels. I keep pressing the button and they're gonna keep speaking. Earth the Techie detective.
ごめんなさい。ちょっと考え込んでしまって。
Rowdy detective pokes Techie detective, snapping him out of his trance. He dips his head in apology. I'm as confused as ever right now, but I have heard of these two detectives before.
この人たちの集まりはまさか。
鳥間、その人の縄を解いてあげね。縛ったまま尋問するとか、どんなプレイだよって感じでキモいじゃん。待って渋谷探偵さん。
Downtown detective.
あ、何？ごめんなさい。縄を解くのは待つべきだと思うんだ。
You're also pretty cool. The trendy girl responds with indignation, causing the frail boy to tear up. Nevertheless, he doesn't back down.
敵は20人以上を殺せる毒を有しているわけで、もし彼が敵であった場合、両手が自由になれば微量の毒を撒くだけで僕らを全滅させられる。身体検査もなしに自由にするのは危険すぎるよ。あーね、うちがせっかちだったわ。ごめんね。
Even though her idea got rejected, the trendy girl called Downtown detective laughs as if nothing happened.
飛脚探偵さん Thank you。 さすがは序列14位。
14?
マジ
Yeah,
リ
I'm
ス
the
ペクトなん
worst.
ですけど。
I'm the worst detective. Cause I'm number 100.
怖がりなだけだよ、僕なんて。ただ研究棟の皆さんのような犠牲はもう絶対に出したくないから。
So y'all saw dead bodies too?
慎重すぎるくらいに行動しよう。
Someone androgynous youth speaks with a voice full of fear. Victims like those in the research facility? The comment catches my attention, but now it isn't the time to be asking questions. Instead, I hold my tongue and continue to watch in silence.
心配無用だぞ、飛脚探偵殿。仮に彼が何かを企んでいようとも、この武装探偵がお主らの身は必ず守り抜こう。
Armor detective? The odd man rests one hand on the youth he called Doleful Detective, and the other on Downtown Detective.
ありがとうございます、武装さん。僕は運動がからきしなのですごく頼もしいです。
Though the boy smiles at Armor Detective, Downtown Detective waves off the gauntlet, looking utterly repulsed.
うちは結構です。暑苦しさやばいんで秒で離れてもらえます？ 序列32位の武装探偵さん。
Wait, it's number 32. I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh fan. I keep forgetting number 32. Editor, you can put a picture of number 32. I kind of forgot.
おお、我の序列を覚えてくれているのか。このメンバーで唯一の30位以下だというのに、我は感動したぞ。
Hey, I'm
必
here.
ずお主の命を守り抜こう。
うけ、皮肉が通じないんですけど。
Yeah, I like downtown.
そう。
Armor Detective happily strides closer to the downtown detective. He doesn't seem to notice the look of genuine disgust on her face.
ひとまず探偵デバイスでリーダーに連絡を取ってみたよ。
I like his voice. I don't know. Sounds familiar.
探偵デバイス同士の通信ならこの洋館からでも研究棟に通じるみたいで助かったね。
A man who looks like a corporate employee joins the conversation. He holds a familiar tablet-like device in his hand. A D-pad, the trademark of the Detective Alliance. My heart beats fast in spite of myself, as I guess that's the nature of my company.
ありがとうよ、社
Oh,
畜
no,
探
you're
偵。
short.
行動が早くて助かるぜ。
Workaholic detective.
ほうれん草は社会人の基本なんてね。そちらの眠り姫についてリーダーに確認も取ってみたけど、どうやら彼も私たち探偵同盟の仲間だそうだよ。念のため君自身にも聞くけど、間違いないよね。
はい、間違いありません。まだ探偵デバイスを受け取ったばかりの新人ですけど。
Everything clicks into place as I speak with the man referred to as Workaholic Detective. I knew it. They really are part of the Alliance. And these aren't just any average members. They're so famous even though nobody like me knows of them. There could only be one possible reason why a group of detectives like this would be gathered here. It was the same thing I had been brought for, to discuss how to handle the quartering Duke. We're all here for that meeting, no doubt.
残る謎はまだ探偵ネームも持たない新人がどうしてこの探偵同盟本部にいるのかという点だね。君も八崎港対策会議に招集されたのかい？
はい、同志探偵から説明を受けて、自分の探偵デバイスもありますよ。
胸ポケットに入っていたデバイスはやはり君自身のものだったんだね。悪いけど勝手に体を調べさせてもらったよ。
え、いつの間に。
I don't know how, but Workaholic Detective is clearly holding my device. The fact he could swipe it without noticing it... Sorry, swipe it without my noticing is terrifying.
それでは少々お手を拝借。
Workaholic Detective grabs my hand to bypass the D-pad's fingerprint authentication, navigating to the message application with practice ease. He seems to be checking my invitation to the Courting Duke meeting, which I had been reading just before I fell unconscious.
なるほど。私に届いた連絡と一字一句違わない。確かに君もこの対策会議のメンバーらしいね。
Relief washes through me as Workaholic Detective smiles, but it doesn't last long.
まあこの島に潜入できるほどのものならメールの偽造なんて簡単に行えるだろうけ
Okay,
ど。
what the hell, man? I'm not doing nothing to you. Workaholic Detective's smile turns grim. His piercing gaze cuts right through me, making my body flare up with goosebumps.
下手なまでしでかすんじゃねえぞ。三途の川の対岸まで殴り飛ばされたくなきゃな。
I didn't do nothing!
他の探偵さんたちのような独自の気配が君からは一切感じられない。
結論を出すには検討材料が不足しすぎています。情報が揃うまでは監視はやむなしかと。
Okay, fine, surveillance me, but like, don't hurt me, bro, please. I'm fragile. The other detectives watch me warily. Their eyes make it abundantly clear that they're on high alert. I completely understand why they suspect my exceptional circumstances, but that doesn't make their looks sting any less. Dwelling on doleful detectives' unsettling remarks earlier led me to wonder what happened to the Detective Alliance.
まあさ、怪しんでばかりじゃ拉致が開かないし、鳥間うちらに同行させりゃいいんじゃね。老子のじっちゃんも見つけなきゃだしさ、言い争ってる暇とかないっしょ。
気が合うな、渋谷探偵殿。我も同意見である。証拠が出るまでは 彼も仲間の一員でよかろう。
あんたと同意見なのは天下げなんだけど、うち頭悪いからさ、武装ちゃんの言う通りその人も一緒に連れてっていいと思うわけ。
Downtown likes me.
ミステリもので仲間割れとか死亡フラグだしね。
ミステリものって。
Shaggy Detective smiles wearily as Rowdy Detective grabs the rope tying me up.
まあ渋谷の言う通りだな。
Rowdy Detective tears my restraints apart as if they're made of paper. I can now move freely except for my bound hands. But still, raw physical strength. Hard to believe a girl smaller than me can be so powerful.
仲間同士で疑い合ってたら八つ咲き子の思うツボだ。俺もひとまずあんたを信じることにするぜ。
行動の前に一言確認を取ってほしかったところだけど、私も同意見だよ。先ほど体を調べた時何も見つからなかったしね。君にはひとまず我々と行動を共にしてもらおう。ただし今は一刻を争う事態だ。私たちがどんな状況に置かれているかについてはまた移動しながら教えるよ。
ありがとうございます。
Detectives head out, one after another. Now that the mood had lightened up a bit, I can't help but let out a sigh of relief. I've seen plenty of suspects get interrogated in mystery novels and shows, but never did I expect to be one in the hot seat. Life sure keeps you on your toes.
そういえば侵入者さんのことをなんて呼べばいい？まだ探偵ネームないんでしょ？せっかくだし今決めちゃおうよ。
僕の名前は。
You don't tell your name. Oh, I forgot to read. Oops, my bad. Keeping your name secret is the first rule of the Detective Alliance. It could be deadly for your identity to get out between cases. That's why upon joining the DA, members are given one word choice name based on the defining characteristics of theirs. That codename is unknown as a Detective Allies. I've longed to have one of my own ever since Mr. Gunjoji told me about that.
僕の探偵ネームは
Do I get to pick? Despite my yearning for one, it's hard to think of anything on the spot. I have no experience, skills, or defining characteristics. She's looking at me weird right when that happened. To be perfectly honest, I couldn't even begin to guess why I was let into the Detective Alliance.
いや悩みすぎっしょ。君さ、見た感じうちより年上っぽいのになんでそんなに余裕ないわけ？人生の先輩がそこまで情けないとぶっちゃけ反応に困るんですけど。
面目ないです。
ほら一緒に考えようよ。特技は何？今までの事件で得意だと感じたことないわけ？
I'm butt cheeks, man.
猫を探すのが得意でした。なぜか好かれるので。
Downtown Detective gives a deep sigh. My amateur status fills me with shame.
じゃあ無能探偵ってことでよろしく。
Incompetence? Whatever, dude. They already changed my name. Now, that's just cruel. You might as well just be saying I'm good for nothing. I mean, that's not that it isn't true, but still. I'd obviously prefer a different name before I could object.
他のみんなもいい名前が決まるまでは無能探偵って呼ぶ感じでおなしゃす。
大和団地らしい謙虚な名前だな。好感が持てるぜ。
飛脚探偵さんや社畜探偵さんと同じく特徴をカリカチュアしたタイプの名前なんですね。
一緒に頑張ろうね、無能くん。
呼び名があると仲間らしさがぐっと強まるのである。よろしく頼むぞ、無能殿。
このゴリ押しな空気、自分の時を思い出すな。
Incompetent detective rapidly gains the approval of the rest. So rapidly that it's too late to dispute it, much to my charge room.
秒で定着してよかったね。無能せん パイ。
全然良くない。
Despite my protest, Downtown Detective ignores me, flashing a devilish smile. Thus did I become Incompetent Detective, an official member of the Detective Alliance. Hey look, it's my room. I think. Are you making me look at all the rooms? A bright red carpet covers the floor, and lastly, paintings adorn the walls of the corridor. The detectives explain the situation as we walk down the passageway, the scent of roses on display around us, drifting in the air.
君が連れてこられたこの場所は地図にすら載っていない孤島だ。この絶海の孤島を本拠地として探偵同盟は活動を続けてきたそうだよ。本部の2つの建物、捜査の補助や機器の開発を行うための研究施設スナークスと宿泊用の洋館ゴーメンガーストとに分かれている。本来私たちが到着した後はこの洋館にジオラマで再現された八崎港事件の主要な現場を見ながら全員で推理する手はずだったんだ。
だったというのは。
Rowdy Detective suddenly punches the wall beside her, causing the other nearby walls to tremble from the impact.
俺たちが到着した時には本部の探偵たちの多くが毒殺されてたんだよ。
That's what killed me in the beginning. I thought it was just the aroma of the dead bodies.
研究施設にいた22人のメンバーが全員な。22人が全員。
Every hair on my body stands at the end of unthinkable news. Even among history's most infamous mass murders, few had a death toll of more than 20. Killing 22 people at once is beyond all reason.
犯人はまるでゴミでも扱うがごとく施設の入り口に我らの仲間の死体を積み重ねていたのだ。人間の所業とは思えぬ惨状であった。
無能先輩があの死体の山を見てたらしばらくご飯を食べれなかったと思うよ。それに毒ガスが充満してて下手したら死んでたしね。行かなくてラッキーだったかもね。
I mean, my past self did. A heap of corpses, just imagining it makes me feel faint. And that's not even taking the deadly gas into account.
老子探偵はその惨状を知っていて僕をこの館に向かわせたのかもしれないな。
That would make sense. That would also explain why he hid me in the forest and went off on his own. I need to find him soon and thank him for keeping me safe.
やっぱり八崎港の犯行なんですか？
それはまだ何とも。あれだけ大量の殺人にもかかわらず手がかりとなる品が少なすぎるんです。
八崎港事件の特徴は必ず被害者が2人同時に現れることだ。今回の犯行は少し毛色が異なるように感じるよ。
八崎港の野郎が犯人に決まってるぜ。もしまだ島の中に嫌がるならこの俺が絶対ぶっ捕まえてやる。
It's said that the Courting Duke has killed over 100 people, but even that was over the course of half a year. On the other hand, murdering 22 people at once, all of them first-rate detectives, my god, no less could hardly be the work of an amateur. I get the impression that he commits grisly deeds for the thrill of it, but otherwise, his identity is a complete mystery.
僕らは当然研究施設の捜査を始めたのですが、その途中でリーダーのデバイスに生き残った同盟のメンバーからこんな連絡が入ったんです。
Techie Detective draws out his own D-pad and plays an audio file.
ジラ、ロースタン研究と何者か襲撃全滅した。私オーメンガーストに隠れている。リーダー合流して協力させます。
The recording cuts off there. Although the sound was low and full of static, even I could grasp what it signified.
この声って老子探偵ですよね。 よかった。あの人は。
はい、
Oops.
間違いなく老子探偵だと思います。この状況で無事だなんて、さすがはレジェンドクラスの探偵ですよね。
そんなにすごい探偵なんですか？
今でもメディアでよく取り上げられる明けの夜事件ってあるでしょ。
Dayless Night
あの
Incident.
事件を解決した探偵同盟の創立メンバーなんだって。
Dayless Night.
明けの夜事件？教科書にも載ってるような大事件じゃないですか。
I was a kid then, so I don't remember much. But it was the worst terror attack in national history, sparked by a new religious movement. From that event onwards, criminal atrocities swept the nation, which is part of why the Detective Alliance was formed. Solving a case of that magnitude would absolutely qualify him as a legend.
もともとは老子さんと合流するために他の探偵たちと別れて、僕らはこの洋館に来たんだ。
老子殿が身を隠さなければならぬほど今回の犯人は凶悪なのだ。一刻も早く助け出さねば。
じゃあここにいる皆さん以外にも探偵がいるんですか？
そう、研究棟に残って捜査を続けているのが6人かな。まるで探偵のバーゲンセールだなって感じで草生えるよね。
Lamau. I don't quite get what she means by that, but I guess it's a lot of detectives. I'm still reeling from the heinous murders we have yet to unravel, but at least now there's a glimmer of hope.
これで全ての部屋を探し終えたはずだけど、老子さんは見つから
Oh,
な
we're
い
looking
ね。
for Senior.
もしかしたら僕らより先に洋館へたどり着いた犯人に気づいてどこかへ逃げたのではないでしょうか。もし先ほどの通話を盗聴されていたら犯人が先回りした可能性は十分に考えられます。
あーね、うちらがここに到着するまでに10分はかかってるもんね。考えられなくはないのかも。
いや、研究所からこの洋館までは一本道で、周囲は断崖絶壁。僕らに見つからずに逃げ出すのは無理だよ。
The detectives processed the situation with impressive speed. I'm barely keeping up as I struggle to understand what it all means. I rhymed. Downtown's casual chit-chat is about the only thing that makes any sense to me.
つか、この部屋も無線 LAN ないじゃん。スマホ使えないとかマジでナイポヤちゃんなんですけど。
いえ、仮に無線 LAN のルーターがあったとしても使えないと思いますよ。
なんで？この島は県外ってこと？
いえ、実は研究棟で固定回線でのネットワーク接続を試してみたのですが、先ほど洋館内の回線で試してみても結果は同じでした。おそらく島の通信用のアンテナが壊されているんだと思います。
でも探偵デバイス同士はやり取りできてんじゃん。スマホとは違うの？
探偵デバイスは独自の通信システムを採用しているんです。僕も開発に携わりましたが、本当に素晴らしい技術が使われているんですよ。詳しく説明するとですね。
はいはい、まあつまりうちはこの島にいる間連れたちとろくに会話もできないってことね。
いい機会だ。この機会に探偵同士我らみんなの交友を深めようではないか。
ガチで下がるわ。
おいおい、まさかこの匂いは。
Rather detective starts crawling on all fours like a dog rat at the entrance of the room. She presses her face at the carpet with a sharp expression on her face.
ヤマトさん、どうしたんですか？血の匂いだ。
You. Silence fills the room. The others all turn to look at Rowdy.
バラの匂いと絨毯の色で全然気づかなかったが、この絨毯、血痕がついてやがるぜ。入り口からまっすぐに、
Ooh. Ryder detective approaches an empty vase and sticks her head in it, pulling out a bloody knife.
ビンゴだな。
誰の血だかは知らねえが、どうやら悪意ある誰かさんが館に侵入したことは間違いないようだぜ。
どうして血の匂いなんて分かったんですか？見るからに乾ききってるのに。
俺はガキの頃から漁師の親父を手伝ってたからな。猟犬の嗅覚、わしの視覚、ウサギ並みの聴覚。
I'm also convinced that helping on hunting trips would give you those kind of abilities, but it's astonishing nonetheless.
岩松さん、そのナイフが使われた場所はこの部屋ではないんだよね。
ああ、この部屋には血痕しか残ってねえ。あくまでナイフを隠すのに部屋までやってきただけみてえだ。血の匂いを終えたらいいんだけどよ。さすがにバラの匂いが充満した廊下じゃきつすぎるぜ。
やはりそうか。しかし科学君、君ならば終えるね。
もちろんです。そのための科学ですから。
Techie Detective proudly pulls a cute little machine that resembles a puppy out of his pocket. It's been a while, so you know what? We're gonna end it here. We'll continue who knows when. But I'm enjoying the game so far. It's very Danganronpa inspired-esque, I want to say. But yeah, I hope y'all will tune in for the next one. And if y'all enjoy it, you should tell me if I should get the full game, because this is just a demo, remember? So like, yeah, if you want. Releases April, I think. So let me know in the comments below, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Adios.